not going to be one SuperCloud to rule them all. So where does the ecosystem fit into the discussion, and where do you fit into the ecosystem?
Right, so we agree completely. There's not one SuperCloud. In fact, what we use SuperCloud principles to build our platform, and then what you're gonna, the ecosystem can be built on leveraging what everyone else's secret powers are, right? So our power, when it comes, our superpower, based upon what we built, is we deal with if you're having any scale or cost-effective scale issues with data, machine-generated data like business, observability or security data. We are your force multiplier. We're able to take that instantly, just land it, simply put it in your object storage wherever it sits, and we give you uniformity access to that using Open API access, SQL, or Elasticsearch API. So that's what we do. That's our superpower. So I'll play it into data mesh. That's we're a node on a data mesh, but I'll play in the how the ecosystem we see it kind of playing out. We talked about it just in the last couple of days, how we see this kind of possibly. Short term, our superpowers, we deal with this data that's coming at these environments. Customers building out observability or security environments, or vendors that are selling their own SuperCloud. I do observability, the Datadogs of the world, the Splunks of the world, on security. So what we do is we fit in naturally. What we do is a cost-effective scale. Just land it anywhere in the world. We deal with ingest, and it's a cost-effective order of magnitude, or 2 or 3 order of magnitude more cost-effective. Allows them, their customers are asking them to do the impossible. Give me fast monitoring, alerting. I want it snappy, but I want to keep 2 years of data, and I want it cost effective. It doesn't work. They're good at the fast monitoring, alerting. We're good at the long-term retention. And yeah, there's some gray area between those two, but one-on-one is actually cheaper. So we would partner. So the first ecosystem play is who wants to have the ability to literally, all the data's in those same environments that the security observability players, they can literally just through API drag our data into their particular app. We can make it seamless for customers. Right now, we make it helpful to customers. Your Datadog, we make a button, easy to go from Datadog to us for logs, save you money. Same thing with Grafana, but you can also look at the ecosystem. Those same vendors, it used to be, a year ago, it was all about how can you grow? Like it's growth at all costs. Now it's about COGS. So literally we can go in an environment, you supply what the customer wants, but we can help with COGS. And one-on-one in a partnership is better than you trying to build on your own.
Thomas, you were saying that you make the first read fast, so you think about Snowflake. Yeah. All right, everybody wants to talk about Snowflake and Databricks. So Snowflake, great, but you got to get the data in there. Yeah. All right, so can you help with that problem?
I mean, we want simple in, right? And if you have to have structure in, you're not simple. So the idea that you have a simple in, data lake, schema on read type philosophy, but schema on write type performance. And so what I wanted to do, what we have done, is have that simple lake in, stream that data real time, and those access points of search or SQL to go after whatever business case you need, security, observability, warehouse integration. But the key thing is, how do I make that click, click, click answer and do it quickly? And so what we want to do is that first read has to be fast. Why? Because then you can do all this siloing, layers, complexity. If your first read's not fast, you're at a disadvantage, particularly in cost. And nobody says, I want less data. But everyone has to, whether they say we're going to shorten the window, we're going to use AI to choose, but in a security moment, when you don't have that answer, you're in trouble. And that's why we're this service, this SuperCloud service, if you will, of providing access, well-known search, well-known SQL type access, that if you just have one access point, you're at a disadvantage.
We actually talked about Snowflake and BigQuery and all the different platforms, Databricks. That's kind of where we see the phase 2 of ecosystem. One is easy. The low-hanging fruit is observability and security firms. But the next one is what we do. Our superpower is dealing with this messy data that schema is changing like night and day. Pipelines are tough and it's changing all the time, but you want these things fast, and it's big data around the world. That's the next point. Just use us alongside or inside one of their platforms, and now we get the best of both worlds.